Hello, this is Pastor Pharaoh, and I'm here in my office, and we're all geared up for Pentecost here at St. Matthew in Lancaster. And we've got our balloons and everything ready to roll. They're all filled up, and we will be decorating the fellowship hall with the balloons, and there will be some prizes and some surprises this Sunday, the birthday of the church, Pentecost. We'll be having a strawberry festival after worship, which should be a good time with strawberries and shortcake and ice cream, which is my favorite. And it's just a good time of celebration. The birthday of the church, as I say, is Pentecost, is when the Holy Spirit comes to the church and the church is born. And it is the time when God gives the gift of the Holy Spirit to the church. Pentecost was a Jewish festival. It was 50 days after Passover, and it was an agricultural festival, and all of the men from all over the place, all over diaspora, would come to Jerusalem, and they would bring their first fruits to the temple, the very first fruits of their harvest that God had granted them, that God had given them. So it's a way of giving back to God the very best. We're not talking about yard sale giving. We're not talking about things that we give away to Goodwill. We are talking about the very cream of the crop, the very best, the first fruits. This is a good lesson for us that as God gives us gifts in this life, it's an opportunity for us to look at those gifts. And we'll talk about those gifts this Sunday. Those gifts of the Spirit and those gifts that we are given from God. We need to know our source. And it's a good opportunity for us to look at those and to see how it is that we give back to God in gratitude and that we use our gifts. Pentecost is also the time when God gave the gift of tongues to the people there gathered in Jerusalem. And they were able to understand each other, and the word was able to get out to all of the international people, the good news of the gospel. The disciples were huddled once again. I'm telling you, in Easter we hear the story over and over again about how the disciples are huddled almost in fear. Well, the disciples are huddled once again, and the Spirit of God comes and has a tongue for them. God has a language for them. And God has a way for everyone who is gathered there in Jerusalem from all over the world. God has a way. God gives a gift to these folks who are huddled in the room. And what they have to say, it's just an example of how that when the good news is within us, we hear the good news, we experience the good news, there is no way in the world that we can keep it in the room. And it is to go and to be spread to every nation. Come, celebrate with us. Saturday at 5 p.m., I neglected to say Saturday earlier, and Sunday at 10 a.m., we'll be celebrating Pentecost. The festival, the Strawberry Festival, is only on Sunday, though. It's after the worship service on Sunday. God bless you in these days, and may you be aware of the gifts that God has given you this day and in your life.